What's going on, everybody? This is Brandon with Jarhead Diagnostics coming at you with another unboxing. This one's from Automotive Test Solutions. I just received this yesterday and I figured I'd open it with you guys. So I want you to tag along with me while we figure out what's in the box. Well, let's get into it. First box. In case anybody's wondering, this is a Benchmade bug out in OD green. For all my knife guys out there. And as you can see, we got us an eScope. This one is their 8-channel with tablet. This is how it comes in the box. If you order the tablet with the scope, it comes pre-mounted. It also comes with a Microsoft Surface Pen, the actual Surface Pen, and charger. Now, what's cool about this is all in one unit. You don't have to worry about hooking up separate things. Scope's pre-mounted, and the ATS's custom Surface Pro tablet case. It's got these. You twist them, you can adjust, and you kind of get where you want. You can tighten it down. Just tighten down. Got both of them, one on each side. There's the scope itself. So like I said, this is 8-channel, so it's also got a spot for 4 separate transducers on it. Here's your other 4 channels. This is similar to like a Snap-on scope where it's got a shared ground on it, so you only really need to run just one ground for all 8 channels. And then the TTL out is a 5 volts out, so that way it's like a signal generator. You can actually change the time base and everything on it. And then the pull down out is, let's say you want to control an injector, you can actually act as the PCM and control the ground side of an injector to fire it whenever you want to. Both of these are pretty awesome for more advanced diagnostics, especially with this one. Like, let's say you want to do a fuel injector drop test, you can control each one here without having to have a scan tool. And let's see what's happening here. Now, I haven't charged it, so I probably won't run it too super long, but you know, it's just your basic Surface Pro 7. Jarhead Diagnostics on every single one of their tablets. This is the 3rd one that I've seen in person. Whenever you place an order, like through me, if you're to place an order for this setup, whenever I send out your order to them, they get all your information and they actually put your information right here. So if you're an individual, just have your name here, or if you got a shop, they'll have your name already set up on there. And then comes preloaded with like their YouTube channel for all their training, the eScope software, the IEA software for like their misfire with transducers and everything in there. Now the eScope is already set up and you can get into the eScope. And so you're already in the eScope. Now, if you don't purchase the IEA software, this software will actually require you to have a login for it before you can use it. Yeah. So whenever you order, let's say you order the IEA stuff, whenever you do, I'll be getting, if you order it through me or anybody else, you'll be getting the passcode for us, that way you can actually log in. But that's kind of just the basic rundown on it. I'll probably start doing more videos as far as just the use of this, because this is a very flat rate friendly setup, and I'm really excited to kind of get used to it and then take you guys along with me. Now let's go to second box. And this is the accessory kit that comes with your scopes. That's how they all come. You have a 4-channel, you only have enough stuff for 4 channels. 8-channel, you've got this. Comes with instructions as far as what's in this, how to load the software, and then your inductive pickup. And then also comes with the ATTS Mastering Your Lab Scopes. Actually, I was reading this not too long ago, but it's very good, just in depth as far as how to be testing different circuits, and then just how to use the lab scope in general. Now on mine, there was a couple of things that were on back order, so they'll be sending those out. And that's, you know, if you were to order something from them and it's like that, like in this kit, if you say, well, just go ahead and send me what you have in stock, they will fulfill the rest of the order as they come in. So, like these right here are extension leads for your actual scope leads, and they were missing a couple of those. And then just your scope leads, and like I was saying, how it shares a ground through all of them. They do have a place where you can tap in grounds into these, so that way if you wanted to have a better shielding on your wires, as let's say you're checking injectors and you just want a little bit more shielding to them, then you can add that ground to it, and you're just giving a little bit better shield on those wires themselves. But it comes with 2 amp clamps, both of them with bananas, low amp, and high amp. Then I've got my inductive pickup. They also come with piercing probes. All of these, each probe is matched to each channel, so that way you've got 1 per channel. And then it comes with banana to banana extenders, fuses for the internal fuses of the scope, your software, and this is for a customer that I got to send to. The cool thing about ATS and their software is this is actually a thumb drive or flash drive. Whenever you buy their products, they always send you this, because you don't necessarily have to buy their scope with the tablet or the eScan with the tablet. You can use on any Windows, I think it's Windows 7 and up, you can use all of their software on it. So they always send you this, just so that way in case you want to use, let's say this tablet was to go down, I wanted to use my other Surface Pro or even my Veris, then I could plug the software in. And these usually come preloaded with all of their software, from the eScan to the IEA software to the IC and the inspection camera software. Comes usually preloaded with all of it, and they always send that with all of their equipment whenever they send it to you. But I mean, as you can tell, I mean, nice box. This stuff's set up kind of very flat rate friendly, as I guess you could say, because as soon as you open it, everything's out in the open. You know exactly what you're grabbing. It's like, okay, I need this, I need this. Everything's right here. ATS is all about trying to have you as a technician getting the job done sooner, getting your diagnosis done sooner, so that way you can move on to the next job and make yourself more money. That's, if you were to talk to Bernie, that's how he designs all of his stuff. And whenever he does it, it's strictly for automotive technicians and whatever he can do to help us out getting our jobs done quicker, more proficiently, and with less comebacks. So just being able to open this and everything's kind of out in the open in its own spot, so that way whenever you open it, you automatically know, okay, this is my amp clamp, let me grab it. And it's not just kind of just thrown in one box trying to pick through and figure out what's what. So, but like I said, I'm really excited to get to use this thing. I might add on to this video here in a minute with, I've got a little simulator for scopes, just that way we can kind of play around with it. But if not, I mean, this might just be the end of the video. So thank you guys for coming along with me, and I really appreciate it. And you know, did you diag today, bro? So alright guys, I decided to go ahead and set this up so that way we could all kind of join each other in my first go around on trying to figure out a new scope. So I've got this set up right now just on a little Snap-on signal generator for teaching people how to use scopes. And I've got it set on just a regular generator. Here's my ground, that's an injector, and that's my camshaft sensor. Agree, yes. So I always recommended, whenever you're using this scope, after you've already hooked up all of your leads to whatever you're deciding you're wanting to diagnose that day, click on meter. Now as you can see, channels 1, 2, and 3 are gray. That means that they have a connection. And like, let's just say I wanted to take away 2. See how 2 went red? It means I'm not connected to anything. So this is just a very good, so if you're back probing or anything and you want to make sure that you're actually connected to that circuit, so that way you're not, I think I'm connected, and then trying to diagnose something that you don't have an issue with. So we'll play around with the dual time base. So on this one, let's set channel 1 on, and then 2 and 3 can go up here. Then over here, you want to set your voltages. Set 20, oops, 20 volts, 20 volts, and same as this one, 20. And just turn this on and see what happens. Now on this one, I've got trigger, it looks like trigger's turned off on this one, and it's turned on this one, or you could turn it off. Trigger on. Let's see what happens when I turn trigger on that one. So these are dual time bases, so you can actually change this to, let's say I want to read these a little faster, switch it. Let's say I want to read this one a little slower. There you go. So that's kind of the perks on the ATS. I mean, they've got tons of different things in the software, but just being able to have dual time bases, because I mean, theoretically I could turn one on, so I've got one up there, but then say I want to gather a lot of data. So now I've just got dual time bases, triggers on, or I can turn my triggers off. And then even over here, it shows you in red over here as well. So it shows, you know, these channels are not connected. So if I was to disconnect this one, channel 2 disconnected, it turned red over here as well. It's an awesome feature, so that way you know for a fact that you're actually tied into the system. And on stack scope, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just stacking each channels on their own little windows. The only thing with that is just how small they are. And then on deep measure, like if we want to start a deep record, cool thing about this deep record is it keeps everything on one window, so there's no buffer screen. So you don't, did I miss something whenever that buffer screen kicked over. Stop. Let's turn this off. Let's play around with this for a little bit. Let's go to zoom window. Let's just zoom in right here. So it had all that data on the screen. It was still able to pull this out. How clear that is. Let's redo that. And the clarity is just unreal. Sorry guys, I know I'm laughing. I'm excited. I'm a kid with a new toy playing with it. So then the cool thing with here is, like, let's say I really just wanted to pay attention on my deep record to channel 1. I can turn them all off just right here. Just focusing on channel 1, or I just want to focus on this one. I can just play around with just this channel, or I can add them all in. But just the clarity of the deep record zoom feature is just, I mean, that's unreal to me how clear that is once I zoom in. Because there's a, I mean, theoretically there's a ton of data on this screen right now. And just being able to zoom in and be that clear on it. And just play around screen. I mean, I'm still gonna have to, you know, learn each individual test on this and how to do it. So like I said, I'm just first time playing with it, but I don't know, I'm pretty excited with it, because that, I don't know, that's just crazy how clear that zooms in. Now, a lot of some of the other scopes that I've used, whenever you've got that much data on the screen and then you go to zoom in, it loses data. And so whenever you go to zoom in, it might not be as clear, or it might have missing stuff in there just because it had so much data on it. Let's just play. Let's see how much data I can get on this one screen and then still zoom in on it. Alright, I'd say that's quite a bit of data. Let's stop it. Let's zoom in. That's crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm freaking excited to really get this thing out in the field and start playing with it. I have a feeling that this is going to speed things up a lot. So one thing I did notice, which I kind of liked, was like this. Let's just say for start. Alright, so I mean I'm recording right there, and then I go to this screen and it's still recording. You come back over, still recording. So it's like it's recorded on both screens. And then it's also recording on my meters. And then on here, if you just wanted, you don't want to do the deep record, you just want to use your normal one, you can just hit, you know, show a time base only. And now it's only the top screen that's recording right now. Or if you want to get back to showing both of them, so that way you've got your dual time bases. So I'm excited to just get this thing out there and start playing with it. And thank you guys for kind of coming along with me with the unboxing and playing with it for the first time. And so one last thing, for the month of October, Cody with Cody's Auto Diagnostics and myself, we decided to kind of give back, I guess you could say. For me, or Jarhead Diagnostics, any pink item that you buy, we will be donating 10% of all proceeds from the pink to breast cancer. It's either going to be to a family that's in need, breast cancer research, or something along those lines. Both of us are, so if you order one of his pink sensors, 10%, or mine. And then also, pretty much any product that we manufacture here at Jarhead, we can produce in pink, and it's going to be the same thing. Purchase any item that's pink, and 10% of those proceeds will be going to breast cancer. And then also, if you order a sensor, not only will we be donating 10%, but for every Jarhead Diagnostics VA sensor that you purchase, you'll be entered into a drawing. At the end of the month, we'll be giving away, it kind of goes on how many sales we get for the guess grand prize. At a minimum, it's going to be a Snap-on Pass Thru 3. If we get a whole bunch of sales in for this, it could be anywhere from a eScan to a 4-channel eScope. And then also on some of the smaller prizes, we're getting a wireless multimeter from Curion, I believe it is. We're getting a AutoSim Pro, and from Dytech we're getting a basic power probe, and there's like 2 or 3 other things. I can list those all down in the description below is what I'll be giving away. But to get into the grand prize, you have to order a sensor from me or a sensor from Cody. To just get into some of the smaller prizes, anything pink that you purchase will kind of enter you into the smaller stuff, but to get into the grand prize or the higher end ones, you need to purchase a sensor. So it's something that Cody and I both discussed, and we felt like we wanted to give back to everybody. We want to give back to the breast cancer, because that is a big part of everybody's lives, because there are so many women that are affected by it. But then also we wanted to give back to the community with the giveaway. So, you know, do what you want to do as far as giving back, choosing whichever product you want that we offer in pink, and that's always going to give back. But if you want to get a chance to win some awesome prizes, make sure you buy a sensor. Hope you guys have a good day.